Yo, 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 what's up? What's up,
What's
everybody?
going
Welcome
on?
to a live edition of Talking Comics with Julius Freeman. Gambino, what's up, buddy? How you
What's
doing?
up, brother? Oh, I'm good, man. I'm good, man. Let me tell you, my. Oh, where's that? Is that you or me?
Oh, I don't
Some
know.
feedback. Do you have the
My
YouTube
bad.
video up?
I took out my YouTube. Apologies to
Mine's.
everyone watching.
Oh man, I'm excited. Let me tell you, man. My pits have been leaking all day, and I've ran to the bathroom at least 3 times. Man, my nerves right now. I'm so excited.
Yeah, same here. Same here. Oh, look at ID Crisis is here. What's up, ID? What's up, Dave? Who's very, very cool dude. Oli from 656 is here. What's up, Oli? And Avengers Productions, Chris. How you doing, buddy? Hope everything's well on your end. So yeah,
Yeah,
guys,
man.
we're here. Here we are. Who we are, ready to start this sucker up. And we're here to talk about Vigilant Fury. And before we get into that, I would just like to ask, or yeah, I guess talk about a little bit about the project and how we came about. Um, I guess collaborating, man. You wanna talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, man.
Before we launch this sucker.
I would love to because it's kind of crazy how we got together. I like I mean I graduated from grad school 2 years ago, right? 2 years ago now, I think. And even then, like I would have never expected my career to be starting like this with a tweet. Um,
Right.
when like whenever I heard of specifically illustrators talking about getting jobs from Twitter and stuff, I was always like, "What are you talking about? Like, how does that happen?" And then, um, fellow creator Rob Geronimo, I'm sure everyone listening to this knows him, creator of Blood Realm, fantastic guy, host of Geronimo Draws and Drawing Monsters. He texted me and it was your tweet, and like there was no context, it was just your tweet. Um, and you were looking for artists for a project, and you were asking for artists to send submissions to that tweet, like respond with 4 pages or whatever. I was like, ah, why not? What's the worst that can happen? And I responded with 4 sample pages. You DM'd me because you thought my work could suit this project, this story that you had cooking, and that was kind of it. We started talking more, and um, all did everything we had to do, and now the book's going live, which is crazy,
Yeah, yeah, isn't that
absolutely
crazy?
crazy to think about, man. Like
Yeah,
it's been what, 6 months, 7 months
it's
since we.
roughly 6 or 7 months. Yeah, when we first got into contact with each other. What's up, Benjamin Soto? I'm glad you're here.
My man.
And yeah, I sent out a tweet, and thank you, Gingerton. I love that name.
Gingy.
um, and yeah, so you reached out to me, and I like your style. If it was fit, it was a good fit to the story, and we had a back and forth, and you laid down your groundwork rules as to what you would do and what you would not do as an artist, and then I was fine with that, and we moved forward from there. And then once we hashed out everything and everything was laid on the table and everything was agreed upon, we pulled the trigger, and here we are 6 months later, ready to launch. And we've been hard at work. And I've worked really hard on finishing the script before launch, which I have. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you're listening to this now, the script is done. The script is complete. Gambino he's read it. He knows
So
what's going to happen. He's excited. I'm
oh,
excited. I'm excited to show you guys what we had to offer. I can't. I wish I could show you everything that we already have, but we can't. We only could show you a little tiny bit
little
uh,
taste.
to to an appetizer of sorts, so that way
Nice.
you guys can salivate as we promote this campaign.
Bro, I'm salivating thinking of drawing the rest of the book.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
I can't wait for you guys to read this. It is
I can't wait for you guys
bananas.
to see the pages. It's gonna be great. Hold on, there's some final things I have to do before we launch, actually. So that's what I'm working on. So I'm distracted at the moment. But yeah, tell a little bit to the people listening exactly what was it about the story that you enjoyed personally? Like, what was it the elements of it that you're like, oh crap, this is actually pretty freaking good? Like, what was it that got you, I guess you could say, hooked into the project?
Good question. So there were two things right off the bat that really hooked me. Number one was you kind of laid out the setting of the book, and if I remember correctly, in the very beginning, you made it a point to say that you wanted it to be like you wanted the main character to operate in kind of like a sneaky way, but intentionally sneaky way. And I knew there was going to
Mm.
be a lot of darkness and shadows to play with, and that's like the people who know my work know that's my bread and butter. I love high contrast and using light and shadows to help drive the story. So that was number one. Like I knew we were going for kind of a noir, gritty book, which I love. And the second thing was okay. Maybe there were three things. The the second thing was you provided a reference folder, which I thought was
Mm.
incredible. Um, and what was the third thing I just had in the back of my head? The setting, but I don't know if we can talk about the setting just yet.
Uh, not quite yet. There's still, I don't know what's going on with Indiegogo. There's okay. There you go. All right, finally. All right. It's like giving me all these like, I'm ready to launch, and then it's telling me, oh, you still have to do this. You still have to do this.
Yeah, yeah.
And so now I'm yeah, references. Yeah, the one thing I did learn in the many years I've been in this game making comics was communication is key, right? Between a writer and artist. If you the writers who are out there, if freaking ID crisis. I always like the getting paid part. Great motivation. Yes, that's a great motivator. ID crisis for sure. For sure it is. But if you're a writer and you want to hire an artist, communication is key. Well, number one, that's always number one. You gotta let the artist know exactly what you need from them. What style? No, well, not necessarily style, because obviously a good writer, someone with an eye, can see an artist style and go, okay, that's the style I'm looking for this
Yeah.
particular story. So that's out the window once you reach out to the artist. But what I mean is like what exactly you need from the artist in terms of like what they're gonna have to bring to the table of sequentials, right? Because you need the good pacing, you need the artist to have some kind of semblance of knowledge of what sequential storytelling is, because it's different from storyboards. I mean, storyboards is great, but storyboards are just still shots for the director to have an idea where he's going to put his camera, whereas sequentials is a constant motion. It's a motion of movement, and it's not necessarily storyboards. And when I looked at your stuff, that is what actually popped out to me the most, was your understanding of the I guess you can see the rules of comic book storytelling, which was important, because then now I don't have, that saves me time to educate.
Yeah.
I needed someone who knew what they were doing, so that was the thing that really, here we go, finally. All right.
Well, okay, so what I can say without giving away the setting, it relates to the setting, but one of the things that hooked me was the relation to the real world. And the one kind of unspoken crisis that we touch upon in the book.
I like that.
Thanks, Gingy.
Yeah. Ginger 10 with the great comment. So okay, you ready to do this, man?
Yeah, we ready?
We're ready. Okay, let me just share my screen. And the people who are watching this now and who are going to watch this later, just know that a lot of heart and soul went into this project. And the reason for that is because when you have a strong story that both writer and artist believes in, then the end product is going to be phenomenal. And last night while I was talking to, I was being interviewed by Vengeance Productions, who's in the chat. We talked briefly about that, and I told him that it was important that whenever a writer and artist team do work together, that it's important that they are on the same page. It's important that they also enjoy and are excited about the story, because then that way it makes the process so much easier. Because our editing process has been, I mean, flawless, man. Like really, when you think about it, there was never any obstacles or pushback or grinding. It's just more like, hey, what do you think about this? Okay, that actually works. Let's go with that. Let's do that, and then we just move on, and boom, boom, boom. It's like it's been a dream working with you, to be honest with you. So
same, man. I was thinking about that on my walk this morning. Like looking back to even like the very beginning, there has been zero ego involved with this project, because we both know that the important thing here is the story and the product.
Exactly.
And I've been extremely grateful because I've worked with Ginge on the project on Spells and Superheroes, but I was a colorist. I wasn't the interior artist. This is my first project as an interior artist, so I had no idea what to expect with working directly with a writer and the script and everything. So it's been a dream for sure. It's been a pleasure, and we're kind of talking like it's almost over, but we got quite a bit to go.
Oh, we got a ways to go.
Quite a bit to go.
Yeah.
So,
well, I'm glad to say you could say that I was gentle for your first time.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. Thanks.
That's all fun and games here. Okay, so here we go. We're ready to launch. It's official, ladies and gentlemen. Vigilant Fury is now live on indiegogo.
Nice. Let's get that link, huh?
Let's take a look. Whoops, that's not what I want to do at the moment. But let's hold on. Let me hide this real quick, and let's actually find the actual page.
Ooh, there it is.
That link somewhere else.
There is.
But yeah, it's we're live. So let your friends know. Retweet. Let everyone know that Vigilant Fury is now live and ready to be backed. Who will be the first backer on the chat? And I wish I had like a prize for the first backer, but unfortunately I didn't. I ran out of time and I couldn't think of something to give the person who first backs the campaign, nice little prize, because it's always nice to have that.
The book trophy. Is the
prize. Why isn't this not popping up on my end here? What's going on, IGG?
I'm gonna tweet out the first 3 pages with the link.
There it is. There it is. Here we go. Here we are, ladies and gentlemen.
Woo!
Vigilant Fury live. ID Crisis says, wait till Julia snaps on the rubber gloves. Gentle.
Great. I'm going to need a drink for this stream.
ID Crisis says, does having the same taste in film help with communication, or at least having seen much of the same stuff? Well, it was a good question.
Very good question.
I don't know. I think it was just mainly the story, right? Right, Anthony? It was
man. I mean, when it comes to comics, like, and I've said this in the past, credit to you for not being deterred by the pages I submitted, because like I'm pretty much not strictly, but mainly like a horror and fantasy kind of artist. So this was out of my comfort zone doing this story, but I guess you saw what you wanted to see in the pages, and you knew it would work for this book, so why not? And I think we got to know each other a little bit more as time went on, and we kind of had similar interests. I'm notorious for having not seen a whole lot of film, and infamous for that. But what we have seen of the same things is, yeah, it definitely helps, I think, especially like your interest in 80s movies, and there was a little bit of an influence in the costume designs and even kind of the aesthetics of the story for this.
Yeah, I think so. I don't think the same taste in movies really was played a factor. It was more the excitement of the story and the potential of, well, look at that. ID Crisis, the first one to back it.
Oh, thank you, ID.
Let's refresh that. Thank you, ID Crisis. I appreciate that. We appreciate that.
Yes, we do.
Why? Oh, there you go.
Thank you for your contribution.
Why is it?
It's probably lagging.
It's probably lagging. Okay, yeah. Just excuse IGG for that. But yeah, let's talk about the campaign. Let's see what we have
Yes.
to offer. So, you want to go down the perks first, or you want to talk about the story first?
Let's talk a little about the story first.
All right. As you can see here, the beautiful cover, which is the first, it's been unveiled finally.
Yes.
Here live on Julius Freeman Comics. So if you guys have not seen my little hints or little teardrops of sorts of this cover, here it is in its glory, in all its glory. Tell us a little bit about this cover here. Well, let's talk about the story first. So
Yeah.
the story essentially is about a young woman named Angela Peretz. She is vacationing in Florida, and she rents a Sky B&B, wink, wink. And she goes out with her friends. You know, she's the typical girl who's just vacationing and, you know, wants to have a good time while she's vacationing during her, I guess, time off work. And she goes out clubbing, but her friends end up, you know, leaving with some other guys. They leave her hanging. She goes back home a little mad. But when she goes back home, she's taken by these two masked men inside her rented home, vacation home, I should say. And the next thing you know is that she is looks like some pages went missing here.
Oh, fun.
Crap. What the hell? What the hell? What is this, IGG? Oh, goodness gracious. Well, anyway, she finds herself inside a container ship, in a container within a container ship. And she realizes that she is in mortal danger, that there is no way out of this situation. The only way out of the situation is that she, as you can see here in this page, has to fight her way out. And she is brutal when she does so. Absolutely brutal, as you can see from Anthony Gambino's fantastic inks here. And she is not going to hold back at all. As you can see here, she got the first guy, clean shot to the face, right on top of him. And then the second guy, she bashes his head as well. And then she realizes here that she is inside a container with a bunch of other victims of this terrible, terrible situation. And that sums up the beginning of the story. But overall, the story is just about her escape. You know, what she does to escape this terrible situation, which is obviously a situation that no one wants to be, you know, in. And she is not going to sit idly by and wait for somebody to help or save her. She's going to do it herself. And that's what essentially, and to boil it down to its, I guess, atom, it's all about survival. The story is just purely about survival. What happens when someone just goes straight out and fights for her, you know, your will to live, which is why I have here, I used to have here, where there's a will, there's a way. And where there is a will, there is a way. And that's essentially sums up the story of Vigilant Fury. It's a pure heroism when you think about it, but it is violent for obvious reasons. And it's action packed. So if you love the first Die Hard movie, for instance, or if you're a fan of Frank Miller comics, his action, because I'm a big fan of Frank Miller myself. I really thought he was a great action comic book writer. And Mark Millar is another one that comes to mind, and Garth Ennis. Those were the influences for me when I thought about how am I going to present the action in this book. And those three writers came to mind. And Ed Brubaker, of course, was another influence. Crime noir. He's a big crime noir writer. And I want to add a sprinkle of that to this story. And of course, Gambino's style is obviously, I mean, the perfect fit. The stark black and whites, the heavy shadows. It's aesthetically perfect for this type of story. So I'm happy that he's part of this project.
Me too, man. And yeah, we talked about, we went back and forth for a while talking about thanks, Mom.
Hello, Miss Gambino.
We went back and forth for a while discussing, you know, should we color the book, should we leave it black and white? But the more and more we talked about it, and the more and more pages I turned in, and even in the thumbnails, just kind of blacking things out. We're like, no, we have to leave this in black and white.
Yeah.
It's a nod to all the great creators you said, like especially Frank Miller. I mean, he's one of my
Yeah.
biggest influences. Um,
And you can see it in your
yeah.
work. You can see it in your work.
Thanks,
like,
man. Thank
when
you.
I when I like, when I first saw it, it's a mixture for me, a mixture of Frank Miller and Eduardo Rizzo, the artist from 100 Bullets.
Two of my top 5 biggest influences.
Oh, there you go. See, now you can see it, and but it's your own flavor, it's your own style. But you can definitely see the influences there, and just like I'm sure readers will catch the Frank Miller influences in my writing. And it's a I can't describe it any other way than it's just an action-packed nonstop. Once the action starts, guys, like it doesn't stop. It doesn't stop. By the time the book is over, you're going to be disappointed that it's over. That's how much action I have in this book. And it's not action for the sake of, blood and guts. It's intricately connected to the plot of the story, which makes the story a lot more, I think, palatable for readers to digest.
That's the key. That was the key when I was reading it, and that's the thing I liked the most. It wasn't just, like you said, it wasn't action for the sake of action. It was intentional. It's intricate. It's strategic. It reminded me of like if this woman was a mix between Sarah Connor, Ellen Ripley, The Punisher, and it was set in a predator's mindset, like the movie Predator.
Right.
That kind of hunting. I love it. I don't want to give too much away, but
right. Well, as you can see from the preview pages here, again, I don't know what happened in IGG, but there's a page missing from these preview pages right here in between this page and this page. I don't know what happened to this page here, but from you can tell here from these pages, you definitely get a sense of what you're going to expect, what to expect when you get the book. And this is just a sneak peek, guys, of this kind of action. There's pages and pages of this kind of action right here throughout the book, and you guys will not be disappointed in the least when you get your hands on this book. So now that we have we talked a little bit about the story, let's explore the perks here as to what we're offering in terms of when you back this campaign. So let's go for level 1. What's level 1? Level 1, sketch card.
Putting me to work, guys.
Putting Gambino to work. So the first tier is level 1. It's called the sketch card tier. Level 1 is $15, and it's a straight up sketch from the man himself. It's not a print. It's from his hand. It's the extension of his mind onto paper. There you go. See, he has the packs of Bristol paper ready to go, and it's a great size, and it's a great little I guess keepsake, right? That's signed by you, hand drawn.
Yeah, of course.
Hand drawn, and you guys can't go wrong with that, and it'll be a great way to also help fund the project with that.
And there's no limit on them, I found in my last campaign with the 2020 sketchbook, some people might not be interested in this story. They might not want the book, but they would like a piece of original art, and obviously no offense taken by us.
Absolutely.
Any kind of contribution or support is appreciated. So I found that was a great way to handle that in the last campaign. So why not offer it again? I love doing them too. They're fun. It's a really, really cool challenge, especially that I just started doing them about a year ago, to kind of come up with these like full compositions on this tiny, tiny surface. I find it's actually a lot of fun. It's challenging, but it's cool.
Very cool. So that's $15, guys. It ships internationally, so we're good there. So international backers, if you're interested of just getting the sketch card from Gambino himself, by all means, go for it. So level 2 is the book itself, the physical copy of Vigilant Fury in black and white, 80 pages. So 80 pages, you're gonna get a story for $15. I mean, $15. How can you beat that, guys? There's and not to knock the other campaigns that are out there, because I'm not knocking them. Everyone has their own way, but $15 for 80 pages of story is a damn deal. it's a huge, like, it's a big deal. And like it's like I want to be like the guy from the RoboCop movie. You know, I'll buy that for $1, right? Bargain, bargain, bargain. This is a bargain. This is a bargain price for 80 pages of high octane, pure, just absolute solid storytelling, solid story. And it ships international as well, so international backers will also get can also back this tier here. And it's 80 pages of story for $15, and typically 80 pages roughly goes for 20. And given the fact that we're in tough times, you know, these days, I think this is a deal. This is a great deal for a great quality story, and yes. let me tell you that. And Gambino will validate that, you know, for me, because he's read the script. He knows. ID Crisis says 19 cents a page. Exactly.
There you go. That's one way.
Exactly, dude. Exactly. You're getting the bang for your buck here. And so the level 2 is just the book, guys. There is no, you know, there's no extra perks. It's just the book itself. $15. It's a great deal. That's in case, you know, I understand that the times are tough. And if you just want to, you know, just get the book, hey, here's the option to get it. So the third tier we have here is the sketch card bundle, which is both the sketch card that Gambino will draw and the book for $25 total. So that's we're discounting the two combined bundle here with the book and the sketch card, hand drawn by Gambino. There is no limit to these either, so this is unlimited. So you can order yourself as many as you want, and you'll receive the book and a hand drawn original piece from Gambino himself for $25. Again, another bargain. You can't beat that. You really can't beat that. Black and white, 80 plus page of action-packed goodness. You guys want to add anything, Gambino, to that?
No, man. I mean, I'm pretty sure that's ID Crisis there, so thank you. The one claimed.
Yep, there you go. And thank you again, ID Crisis. We appreciate your support. The third level, the commission bundle. Now this one, let me click on that. You'll get the 80 plus page comic book plus the a 9x12 original commission hand drawn by Gambino himself, and plus extra goodies, prints and what have you that we're going to add to that book once we ship it out to backers. And a great $75, another great deal. Not only will you get the book, but you'll get a commission. Unfortunately, this is limited, so only 15 slots available for this tier. So once the 15 are done, it's done. It's going to be closed, and no one else will be able to get this tier. So if I were you, I'd jump on this as soon as possible, so that way you can get an original commission piece, 9x12. And this original commission piece, is this something that they are going to ask you to draw, or is this going to be something you choose to draw? And
it's whatever they want. It is.
Oh, there you go.
It is upon full request. Yeah, I mean, I usually charge 100 for 9x12 commissions, so this is extremely discounted for the campaign.
Ooh, there you go.
Get a copy of the book with it. So, yeah, greatly discounted. I think it's a great deal. I know a lot of people love collecting original art. I certainly like to as well. And yeah, no stipulations. It's whatever they want.
Mo Biggs came in and says just popping in to say good luck on the launch. Thank you, Mo. I appreciate you coming in and giving us a little support. Remember, and don't forget, guys, hit the like button. If you're just coming in, dropping off, just make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. There'll be plenty more content to come during the campaign, so stick around, and I guarantee you'll find a lot of good stuff coming from Julius Freeman Comics. Indie Wrestling Aces, as far as the sketch card goes, can I request any character I want? Oh, good question.
Absolutely.
There you go.
We're gonna try to be what am I trying to say? Like you can absolutely request, but if a certain amount of time goes by and I haven't heard anything, then I'm just gonna start banging out the sketch cards. Probably with characters and little scenes from the story. But if you have an idea in mind, the sooner you reach out, the better. But yeah, I'll absolutely take requests for any character.
There you have it. So that answers that. Indie Wrestling Aces. That was a good question, by the way. Very, very good question. We'll probably add that to the FAQ section after the fact.
Great
John
idea.
Gambino. Is
Thanks,
this
Dad.
Mr. Gambino, great work. Looks great. Can't wait to see the final book. Congrats. Very proud. Proud Papa Bear there. Yes. Yeah. Sorry about that. Yeah. Drop the link in the chat. Duh. What am I thinking? See, that's why I need some wrenchers here to help out here because I'm like all over the place at the moment. But yeah, guys, $75 for the commission book. I mean, not commission book, the book and a 9x12 original commission. Once again, it's your choice. So you get to tell Gambino, hey, I want the commission to be this, and he's gonna draw it, and it'll be uniquely yours. So great, a great price here. Remember, only 15 available for this tier. So once the 15 is locked up, it's done, guys. So get on this while you can. Level 4 logo bundle. This one here is the book plus a custom logo designed and produced by Gambino. You can give more details to what this tier is about.
Yeah, so this is something a little bit different. Haven't seen too much of it across IGG and specifically on comic campaigns, but I'm also a graphic designer. I've been designing logos and different types of materials and pages for Marvel for the past 6 years. So I have a ton of experience with logo designs. I did the logo for Vigilant FURY. I do all my own design work, and I find that it's kind of a little bit more of a difficult piece of the comic that creators are looking for. Like there's not as many logo designers as there are artists looking for work. So I thought, if you have a campaign coming up, if you have a new indie project and you need a logo designed, instead of hiring me directly as a freelancer, you can get a copy of the book and hire me to do your logo through this campaign. So I thought that was a really cool perk. I'm hoping people take advantage of it because I would love to expand and do more indie logos because they're a lot of fun. And especially with the wide array of different projects that come across IGG and other platforms, not just IGG, but indie books in general.
Nice.
Yeah, I think people are going to dig that.
Awesome. So there you go, guys. So if you have only 5 here, so this slot only has 5 spots. But if you have your own project, you're looking for a title, for your book, a project that you're working on, here's the perfect opportunity to, get a label, a title from one of the best. Again, like he said, he did the Vigilant Fury logo, which was a great logo. I let him have fun with it. I was like, go for it. By all means, you exercise your creativity, and I'm sure it'll be great. And sure enough, it was a fantastic logo. I love it. So you won't regret this. So it's only 5, like I said. Mm-hmm. And if you do have a project in line, then again, he will listen to your notes. He'll take your notes in and go back and forth with you. He'll work with you. The one thing I will say, working with you, Anthony, is that you are easy to work with. 100%. Like you might be guys,
the first person to ever say that.
Yeah. I could be biased, but then again, who knows? But other people who are thinking about looking for a title artist, you will be pleasantly surprised how easy it is to work with Anthony. And so I'm sure if he provides you sketches or sketch ideas for what you have in mind for your title, if you go back and forth with him, he'll definitely work with you, and it'll be 100% way easy to get what you're looking for. So this is a great deal too. And if I were backing this book or this campaign, I would probably get this myself because why not, right? It saves time, and plus I get a book. I get a book too on top of that.
And it's another service for these indie creators, which
exactly
that's what it's all about. It's helping each other out and supporting.
It's helping each other out, and that's what we're about here in Julius Freeman Comics, Elusive Comic. Is we're all about indie. We're all about supporting each other, and again, this is a great opportunity for us to help each other out and rise, because the future isn't indie. It's the present. It's happening now, mm-hmm. And if you don't get on it now, you're going to be left behind. So there's that. The next up in line is the level 5 original art bundle. Now, disclaimer: this is only going to be available in the United States, unfortunately. So the reason for that is because of the potential damage. The international shipping may happen if we ship, this original artwork to overseas. So unfortunately, it can only be for domestic backers. Just a FYI for those who are coming in after the fact, or for those who are going to watch later. But yeah, this is the original art bundle. Again, it comes with the book, prints and goodies, and the original art page from Vigilant Fury itself. So see those pages behind Mr. Gambino? You're gonna get a page from that.
One of 80 or 84.
One of 84. Only 20 available for this one. So only 20 slots are going to be available for this particular perk. But you guys are going to get the book and the original art page. And let me tell you guys, I've seen the pages raw before Mr. Gambino scans it and cleans it up to make it nice and neat. Where you can see here on the screen to the left, beautiful artwork. I mean, it does remind me a lot of like going to cons and artist alleys and seeing the original art from artists, selling their original art pages on their tables. And you can see the brushes of the pens. You can see the eraser marks. You can see the what makes, for me personally, that's what makes buying original artwork fun, is seeing all the nicks and like the whiteout, the whiteout spots and the scratches and what have you, the eraser marks. I mean, that's the stuff that I like. I like especially the pasting, the copy and pasting you put on top of the original page because of a change. I mean, that's what I like about original artwork, and that's what you're going to get maybe with some of Gambino's pages. Now for this one, are you going to have them choose a page, or are you going to just randomly pick a page and just send out to the backers, whoever backs this perk?
Kind of the same thing as the sketch cards. If they reach out and they request a specific page, then sure. But if they are kind enough to select it and they don't have any preference, then I'll just pick a page and send it. But I will say, if you don't request a page and I select a random one, I will do my best to make sure that the main character is on the page, because I know that's important to a lot of people. So, or maybe some people are gonna like the villains that we have. As I said, villains plural. I certainly love the character designs, so I'm hoping people dig that too. But yeah, I just wanted to touch upon what you were saying before. Like some of the pages, like this one in particular, this is not giving anything away, so I can show that. But like, I kind of work along the edges. Of the
hold on. Give me a second. Give me a second. Let me.
Oh, you're gonna zoom in?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, so I like to, if I need to rework a pose or if I'm playing around with stuff, like there's stuff all over these pages.
Oh, nice. That's cool.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of whiteout too. I work a lot with whiteout. Sometimes I kind of draw a little bit with the whiteout too. I have these great, where are they? I don't know, they're in my backpack, but they're these like chunky whiteout sticks that are really cool to draw with.
Yeah, it's really cool to see, especially when you show me like oh, here's the progress, and I like seeing that. That's my favorite part of seeing the original artwork, is all the, like you said, the little sketches you have on the side there, and whiteout marks and what have you. Good stuff. So guys, this is 120, and it's a great deal, because you're going to get the book, you're going to get the special prints and goodies, and an original page. Look at that. Hold on, give me a second. Let me do it again.
This is and sometimes you might get a page with patches on them like this.
Yeah. That's what makes it cool.
Where is it? You could see here, I kind of was drawing with the whiteout to fix the hair. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. And it's cool to kind of, if something needs to be fixed, I can just cut up the paper and paste things together. It feels kind of old school. Like if you look at those old artist edition books, the oversized printed ones, and they have all the pencils and the inks and the whiteouts and everything in there.
I'm
not precious with my pages. Like
hey, you're not the only one. You're not the only one at all. I bought the Wally Wood artist edition, the IDW published years ago.
Nice.
And again, it was great to see. It may not be in the original artwork, but it was great to see like the actual copy of like how it looked, and how like he did the same thing that you're talking about. He would literally cut out things that he drew and put on top of a panel that maybe an editor told him to change,
right,
or
right.
that kind of deal. And I like that. I always thought that was a cool little glimpse of the process of making comics. That sometimes, you draw the pages, but then down the line, you wait a second, maybe that panel needs a little more work, and then you have to, instead of redrawing the whole page again, you just get a little patch, put on top, and you're good to go. And that's another thing I like about your approach to making comics, Anthony, is the fact that you use paper and pen and physical, physical media, I guess, as opposed to digital. And again, not a knock on digital artists that are out there. It's great that you guys draw digital, and there's a lot of fantastic skilled digital artists out there. But there's just something for me anyway, something special of seeing an artist draw by hand on their art table, and coming up with something that's they have to erase using whiteout.
Yeah, man.
Or basing over,
Cool. There's no Control Z with ink.
So exactly.
It's fun. It's fun, man. And I fell in love with it in school. I had one professor in particular is also a fantastic illustrator. His name is Brendan Leach. And he was just the biggest geek about the supplies and the gear, he called it. And yeah, he was always like bringing in stuff for us to try. And every time he got a new pen that he would, get excited about, he would have us try it. And it was really cool. And, I would really love to teach someday too, hopefully soon. And that's
cool.
one thing I definitely have in mind, is to just have at least a day of just trying all this different crap and not worrying about, making a pretty picture or making sure your anatomy is just test out the materials, see what you like, see what feels good in your hands, see what speaks to you on the page. Like that's one of the first things that made me realize I wanted to be an illustrator, was when I started looking more closely at ink and seeing like the whimsy of a line can make you respond and feel a certain way. I thought that was really cool.
That is cool. Wow, that was great. What a great teacher.
Oh, he's the best. I mean, those kinds of teachers are few and far between.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, guys, 120 for a page of the Vigilant Fury book. And again, it's original artwork, so it's not going to be a print. It's going to be straight from Gambino's studio. So it's a great deal. 120. Literally. There's only 20 slots available for this perk. So again, once the 20 slots are done, they're done. It's closed, and it'll be too late. So 120 is a great deal. Get on it. Don't sleep on it. Level 6, the Gambino Special, the final perk. Now this is 400, but
there's a reason.
There's a reason why it's for 400.
Well, there's a few reasons actually.
Yeah, you get the book. You get the prints and goodies. You get three, count them, 3 original art pages from Vigilant Fury. Right?
3 of these.
All right. So, and then on top of that, you get 3 sketch cards. And on top of that, you get did I forget?
No. That's correct. That's
okay. You get 1 11x14 original commission. So guys, oh my god, like that's crazy.
It's a lot of Gambino studio.
you're driving me crazy with these deals. I can't take it. My head's gonna explode. But yeah, guys, I mean, the Gambino Special. Go ahead, Gam. You do more justice than I would. Go for it.
Yeah, man. I mean, look, I know the price point is pretty high, but for the amount of stuff you're getting, if you like my work, you can't beat this. I mean, 3 original pages, which I don't know if we mentioned, but they're drawn at 11x14 size on 11x14 boards. So 3 11x14 pages that are directly from the book, 1 11x14 commission, which again, anything you want upon request. 3 sketch cards, which again you can also request. If you don't have any preferences for the sketch cards, I'll draw characters from the book. The prints and the book itself, all for 400. I mean, I think that's a steal.
Heck yeah, it's a steal. Are you kidding me?
And as you so kindly put, it's the offer you can't refuse, which I wonder why you use that verbiage. But
I apologize for my stereotype.
Please keep them coming. I love it.
And let's see who it's. Samantha Gambino. Is this?
This is my wife. Thank
the
you, wife.
Mrs. Miss
Thank you,
Gambino.
Mrs.
She says, "So proud of the hard work that went into this. You guys are awesome. This story is sick." Oh, thank you for that, Miss Gambino. I appreciate that.
I've been telling her. She knows all the spoilers.
It's all right. Yeah, it's fine. You know, I do the same thing with my wife, so it's okay. It's okay.
Yeah.
ID Crisis 11/14 question mark. Yes, you heard that right. ID Crisis. You heard that right. 11/14. So to repeat, you get the book, 80 plus pages, guys. 80 pages of fantastic book of this awesome artwork. Hold on, let me zoom you in here.
Oh, look, here's a patch right there. Look.
See, there you go. Look at that. Look at that.
And then there's actually another one that goes on this page. Hold on, let me find it. Sorry, guys. There it is. So that'll get stitched.
There you go. See?
Yeah.
Look at that.
So yeah, these pages are 11/14, the original art from the book, and that one commission will also be 11/14, not 9/12, like the commission bundle.
Right.
So that's a little bit extra special too.
So there you go, guys. I mean, again, the book, you get goodies. You get 3 original art pages from Vigilant FURY, 3 of your choice. If you don't reach out to Anthony on time, then he's just gonna pick randomly what the pages are gonna be. But if you have specific choices and picks of the artwork, and don't worry, you will have, like, before when we start fulfilling the campaign, we'll make sure to provide you guys a PDF, so that way you guys can pick out which pages you may want. And so that way you can have a clear pick of which as you want. So it's first come, first serve. Remember that. So if you want to pick the pages, just you gotta hit up either myself or Anthony and let us know that, hey, I want to pick certain pages. Do you have a PDF or something I could look at so I could pick out the pages? And we'll be more than happy to provide that. And we'll make sure we'll keep track as to which pages were picked, so that way we don't make the mistake of allowing people to pick the same page twice. 3 sketch cards, again, of your choice, and 1 11/14 original commission, which is, again, your choice. You could have him draw Captain America snorting a line of cocaine, and he'll maybe draw it. I don't know where his line's at, so I can't speak for Anthony. But hey, it's something that you guys want to pick, and you guys just need to let him know. And of course, you got to give him some time to draw the commission. So please be patient with that as well. And again, another disclaimer: this perk is only shipping to domestic backers. Unfortunately, we can't do international for this one either, because of the threat of damage that may come across in international shipping, because we just never know. We don't want to send damaged materials to backers. So there's that. So this is only available to domestic backers. And that's it, guys. That's 6 levels of the perks to help with this campaign, and they're great deals. Every single one of them, you're getting a deal. You're getting a great story, written and drawn by, I want to say, dedicated, very serious artists, and myself and Anthony Gambino, and extra goodies as a thank you for your support, and which is what we appreciate. We deeply appreciate. And once again, if you have not subscribed to the channel, subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, make sure you hit the notification bell as well, and let your friends know. If you come across this video, or you come across this campaign looking for something new, because there's something in the comic book store that's not really catching your eye, and you catch this, back it. Or if you know somebody who's looking for something like this, you may have a friend or a family member who's like, oh, I remember, I used to like black and white comics, the crime noir. I wish they had those out. You could let them know, hey, just a book called Vigilant FURY. Let them know. Put their eyes on this campaign, so that way they can look at it and they could probably pick out a perk and maybe just get the book, or maybe they want the original artwork, or maybe they want something more. You just never know with these things, and any word of mouth would be truly appreciated. And with that said, let's move on to stretch goal. So the goal is a fixed goal of 3,000. 3,000. I think it's a good price. It's a good number. It will cover the production of the book. So if we reach this goal, then this goal will help fund the production of the book. In other words, meaning the book will be completed.
Yep.
There is no oh, if we don't get this or whatever, then the book will fall apart or whatever. It's more like once we get this, we're good to go, and you'll get your books, you'll get your goodies, everything will still be in I guess towards I had a brain fart. I just had a brain fart. See, I'm so excited. I'm just too damn excited about this thing.
Everything goes towards finishing the project, and that includes
Thank you.
That includes that includes my pages, and that also includes getting the books actually printed and fulfilling the project and shipped out to everybody. So that is what we need from you guys. But again, like Julia said, word of mouth is key. Is even especially in this crazy digital age, like. Yeah. It's kind of ironic how word of mouth is still the #1 form of marketing. Slightly different now, but it's still the same concept. Like we said before about maybe the story is not for you, maybe the art isn't for you. Maybe you don't want the full book, but you want a piece of art or something, you get the sketch card. Same thing. Yeah. Maybe this isn't necessarily for you, but you know of people who might like this kind of thing. Just tweet it out or reach out to them, likes, comments, retweets, all that stuff. It's the same thing on Instagram. Like, it helps so much.
It goes a long way.
It does. And it took me a while to admit that because I think it's crazy to me. But now I'm really grateful for it. And I've seen what it can do. Obviously, we're kind of a proof of that because that's how we got this whole thing started. So, yeah, man. I mean, sharing the project helps so much. Even if you're not into comics or people you follow aren't into comics, you never know where it could lead. So any sharing is appreciated.
Exactly. And the book is in black and white, and there's a reason for that because it's badass. And there's just not enough love for black and white comics, I feel. And again, that's not a knock on colored comics because there's great work out there of colored comics, great colorists that are out there in the field today, churning out fantastic high quality work. But it's just this story. I don't know. We just felt that perhaps keeping it in black and white would benefit the story, would benefit the experience of reading Vigilant Fury. Again, I mentioned Frank Miller, and you think about Sin City, for instance, and Sin City, no one talks about, like, oh, I wish this book was in color. No, everyone loves the fact that it's in black and white because of the content of the stories within Sin City. Right. And we want to kind of bring that energy into this project as well, and kind of showcase that we can also do the same thing with this story. And so, yeah, this black and white is the way to go. And again, Anthony's inks are just absolutely fantastic. I really can't stress that enough. It's like his work is just absolutely phenomenal. And I really am excited for you guys to take a gander at his work. So let's talk about stretch goals. So the stretch goal is not that high, actually, to be honest. 5K and above, 5,000 and above. Yeah. And will help us provide you with what we call the deluxe edition. Now, the deluxe edition is 30 plus pages of behind the scenes goodies, such as you see in the flyer here, character designs, thumbnails, reference photos and articles, editing process, and much more. So we're going to give you we're going to pull the veil, of sorts, and give you a glimpse as to how we work together and how we manage to give you the end product, and let you guys see how a great collaboration looks like, I guess, of sorts, because not a lot of people share that aspect when it comes to comics. People for some reason or another, I'm sure everyone has their reason. Artists and writers tend to keep that close to the chest. They don't like to showcase that too much to readers. But I'm the opposite. I'm in that school of thought of like, hey, let's just show this off. Let people know. Let people see how fun it is to make comic books, because it is fun. I do this. And I'm sure Anthony is in the same school of thought. We do this because we love it. We love making comics. It's our choice of of profession. It's our choice of telling stories. Because I could obviously write novels, I could write short fictional stories or screenplays, and it's great and all, but nothing beats comic books. Nothing beats the fact that you write a script, you send it to someone else, and they look at it and they interpret it their way, and they put it down on paper, and then they send you the thumbnails, and then you have a back and forth, and you end up with something fantastic. So that's what we want to do if we hit the stretch goal. So if you help us get to 5,000 and above, then it won't be an 80-page comic book anymore. It's going to be close to 100 plus pages of fantastic stuff.
It's honestly going to be close to about 150 if we get there and we put everything in. And listen, like this kind of stuff is this, like, if we can speak in kind of like movie terms, this pre-production stuff, this is where I literally lose myself and get lost. And this is where, like, sometimes this is where I spend most of the time, because I love it so much. It excites me. It's so much fun to figure out the looks of the characters based off of their personalities, the actions that Julius has described in the scripts. What should they be wearing based on what they do, where they are, what the influences are for the story? How close can I get to those articles of clothing in these goofy reference photos? Like, I love all this stuff. And if you look here, like the character designs that we just passed, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so there's 8 pages, right? Technically, each of these is going to be a spread. There's 8 pages. I have 23 of them total so far.
Wow.
And I'm still doing more as the story progresses. So there's a ton of character designs. There are thumbnails for every page of the book. So potentially we can print the entire book in just thumbnails in the back of it.
Yeah.
I've been taking progress shots along the way, from the thumbnails to the pencils, ink tests, which is what I love to do, is put tracing paper over the pages and go over it in a nice soft pencil to kind of make sure the inks are going to look right. And then the final inks, which you can see on those sample pages on the bottom. And we also have, we're going to provide sample scripts from Julius to see what I've been working off of. Yeah, man, I mean, this is the stuff, like, I love to see this stuff in the back of books. Sometimes I wish there was more, because I find that it's not just me who loves to learn like this. It helps to see, the final product, and then how it started, where it came from, what the process looks like. And also, like, some people think, oh, you draw, that's cool, like, you can just draw like that. Like, no.
Right.
There's a lot of thought that goes into this. There's a lot of thought that goes into the writing, a lot of planning, a lot of intention that I guess it's good that people don't notice, because that means it's being done right? Like,
exactly. Yeah. No,
so,
that's 100% for sure.
Yeah,
That's the whole point. The end product is to not let the reader know that, oh, this was a process. You want them to feel like, wow, you did this in one try. That's amazing. But in reality, no, it's a process.
No,
it's a process. You can see here with the reference photos, because it's funny you have reference photos, because I did the same thing. Whenever I like, for instance, like the thumbnail process, when you gave me your thumbnails, and then I was kind of looking at the panels, seeing what worked and what didn't work for me for the story. And I would, okay, yeah, maybe if you tried a different angle here, but then I would try to think in my head, wait a second, how can I write that? And I realized, you know what, I have to take a picture. I have to take a picture and have that as a reference. Because full disclosure, guys, when I edit, I don't write back notes. I actually sketch out the edits. So I'm okay drawer. I could draw pretty good, but not.
You get your point across, and that's all.
I get my point across. That's enough. That's enough. Exactly. Enough for the artist to realize, oh, okay, I got it. I know exactly what you're looking for. I could do it. And sometimes when it comes to that, I have to take reference pictures. I have to have my wife get my phone camera, go, hey, take a picture of me. I need to do like a certain pose, so that way I could sketch it out and then send it back to you, and then it gets back to you and you go, okay, cool, and then we take it from there. But guys,
I do the same thing. I do the same thing, except I stopped giving my wife notice. So I'll set up my camera, hit record, and ask her to come downstairs, and I'll just tackle her. And so
are you referring? Hold on, I gotta scroll back up. Are you referring to this panel here?
let's get to 5,000 and you'll find out.
Well, there you go, guys. If you help us reach 5,000, you'll find out if he's talking about this particular panel right here. But no, it's great. Again, this is why it's a writer's dream, especially if you're an indie writer like myself, to work with someone like yourself, Anthony, who understands and is passionate, just as passionate as I am about comics. And that's what you're going to get from us. You're going to get the best possible quality book that you can find in indie comics today. And I say that with a straight face because I have confidence in my writing abilities as a storyteller, and I have confidence in Gambino's ability to tell stories. And again, it's been a dream because, it was when we first started working, I asked him, hey, do you want a detailed script or do you want a loose script? Because I understand some artists are different. Some artists prefer the loose script because they want to have the room to breathe. They want to have the ability to interpret what they think is the best way to tell the story that the writer has written. And I've worked with other artists who prefer the detailed scripts because that's their comfort zone. And so when he told me, oh yeah, give me a loose script, I was like, oh, thank God. It's like, woo. Makes my job easier. Yeah, but you want to talk about a little bit about that?
Yeah, man. I when you asked that, I was like, oh, this is gonna be good. Like, I didn't even think about requesting that, so I was really happy you asked. But yeah, and we talked about it a little bit in the beginning of this whole process. But like, I was taught in school, the mentality you should have is like you're a movie director on paper. So and we talked about that kind of process. So I was so thrilled to see you ask that.
I think we have confirmation.
Whoops.
I'm sorry. Go on.
That's okay. But yeah, I've worked before where the guidelines have been really stringent, especially in school. Like, they tell you exactly how many panels to put. I don't want any of that. I want to figure it out. I want to let the panels breathe. I want to let the spacing between the panels breathe. If I could do 3, maybe 4 just horizontal shots every page, that's my bread and butter. And we've gone back and forth a few times where I'm like, hey, I really think this page could be like 2 or 3 pages. What do you think about breaking it up?
Right.
And I don't think there's been a disagreement yet. Like, we've always come to an agreement and made that change, and I think it's been great. Because certain things too, like sometimes writers, and again, this is credit to you, sometimes writers don't always realize what the artist has to draw. So like any little action that changes, that has to be a new drawing. So like, even, I don't know, like for instance, we went back last week and I was like, hey, I think I need to add a panel where she picks up the knife, because in one page she doesn't have a knife, the next page she has a knife. Where did she get it from? Yeah,
that was a good catch, by the way. I didn't even catch that.
Right. So it's little things like that where you can kind of, I'm sure people would be able to put together, she didn't have a knife here, but oh, she probably picked it up or grabbed it, or maybe she had one on her. Who knows? It's not out of the realm of possibility, especially for this kind of violent, action-packed story. But it helps with the flow where people don't have to go back and go, wait a minute, what happened? How did she get from there to there? So
which is what you don't want. You don't want the reader to do that, because it takes the reader out of the story, and that's why it's important. That's why editing is important, guys. Because if you don't have the editing process down to a T, then you're gonna find yourself with readers who are confused and wondering, wait, what? How did this happen? How did this person get here? Or how did this happen? And when that happens, it's over. You lost them, and you don't want to lose the reader when they're reading your comic book. You want them to be engaged in the story and lose themselves in the story. And again, Anthony had a great, like, I didn't even catch that until like you brought it up, and I was like, oh yeah, that's right. Holy crap!
Yeah.
Where did the knife come from? And so we caught that the last second. But that's the beauty about a healthy collaboration between a writer and an artist is that once you leave the ego at the door,
Mm-hmm.
then it's like a river of milk of
It's
like,
just
yeah, it's just like, I don't even
yep.
know how to describe it. I don't know how else to describe it. It's just a beautiful, like, a partnership of sorts. It's fantastic. And I guarantee you guys, that's what you're going to see on the final page. And you can see in the preview pages we have here on the page, just how the story flows. There is no cluttered, like I guess grinding of going down the panels. It's a
Mm-hmm.
smooth read down, and Gambino's facial expressions and body languages are on point, and you saved me so much word space because you made my job so much easier as for by you drawing these these characters, these live characters, that
Oh, thank
they're
you.
full of emotion, and like and it's like great. That's the kind of stuff I love in comics, that I want to see. Great facial expressions, great body language. Like, look at this guy's face. Like, fantastic stuff here.
Thank you, man.
And
Yeah.
and your angles, your paneling, everything, the whole thing has been great, and you've been great to work with, and I'm really excited to show you the readers, the backers, what's in store for Vigilant Fury, because like I said in the beginning, if you're a fan of the first Die Hard movie, aliens like Ellen Ripley, Sarah Connor from both Terminator movies, that this is who influenced me when I was thinking about who this character is. Who is this character? Who is Angela Perez? So when I sat down and developed this character and this story, those were the things playing in my head. Die Hard, Aliens, the movie The Raid. If you haven't seen The Raid, you're missing out, and you need to watch it. But that's what I was thinking. I was thinking Frank Miller. I was thinking Mark Millar. I was thinking Brian Azzarello, who's one of my favorite crime writers, and Ed Brubaker. I was thinking of those writers who really influenced me as a writer, as a comic book writer, and I added all those. I brought all those little, I guess you could say, spices and herbs and what have you, and I mixed them together, and here's Vigilant Fury. That's what you got. And so you're gonna get
such a Latino description.
Yeah, exactly. There's no other analogy but that. You got the spice here, the vinegar here, and you got yourself a beautiful dish. Ándale, cabrones. So just you're gonna get a bang for your buck. Again, guys, like $15 for an 80-page comic book. That's a deal. That's a great deal. And the sketch card, the level 3, the bundle, which is also discounted, so we bundle them together, but it's $25, and because we feel that this is I guess you could say a thank you for your support. And then the third level is $75 for the book and the 9x12 original commission. Again, you can ask him what you want to draw, but you got to get to him as soon as possible, so that way he has time. He can draw it for you, and then he'll deliver it to you. And 4 is the logo bundle, which is he'll design your logo for your upcoming project if you have one in the works. Again, this is only five available for this one, and 15 for the level 3. So 15, once it's done, it's done. The logo is 5. Once that's done, is gone. Level 5 is the original art from the book plus the book itself and goodies, and only 20 available for this perk here. And the last one, the Gambino Special. I mean, again, I just can't believe you're like letting them rob you, Anthony.
And I was thinking before too, like, let's say by the grace of God, all these Gambino specials go, all the original art pages go. That, how many do we have here? 5, 3, 15. That's 35 pages of the book gone.
Yeah,
which is like almost half, which is
almost
crazy.
Half. Yeah, it is crazy.
That's pretty crazy.
But you guys are gonna have a piece of history here if you back these perks.
I don't even think I mentioned this is my first comic.
No, this
is my first full comic book. Like, this is like the most I've ever done that was published was 8 or 9 pages. I don't even know if it got published, to be honest. But this is my first book. Like, I'm so excited. This is it's crazy. It's crazy because I never could have imagined how it would have happened. Um, but yeah, I mean, this couldn't be better. So I'm souped, man. I hope
You
everybody
got to
gets it.
give you got to get a nice gift for what was, well, I forget his name, the friend who,
Oh, Rob, yeah, for sure,
Rob. Yeah,
for
you got to
sure.
give him a nice Christmas gift
I know,
this
I
year.
know, I know.
Because he was the one, man. He was the one that pointed you at the right direction. And
Yeah,
again, I was looking for an artist because I had this story brewing in my mind, and I knew this was going to be my next project after Ghetto Dragon, because Ghetto Dragon did well. And again, thank you for those who did back Ghetto Dragon. I really do appreciate your support. And so when Ghetto Dragon Book 2 kind of went on hiatus, I thought, okay, I have to do something. I have to think of a one shot deal here. So this is, I got to mention at the beginning, this is a one shot book, by the way, guys. This is not a book 1 or book
yeah,
2 or
no,
book
no, no,
3.
no.
This is a one shot book. So you're gonna get 80 pages of a story that has a beginning, a middle, and an end, and it's done.
Mm-hmm.
There is no sequel. There is no trilogy here. There is no magnum opus story here. This is a basic ABC story,
Yep.
and but action packed and edge of your seat stuff. So it's a one shot. And as I was thinking about the story, that's why I was like looking for the artist, and then eventually we found each other, and then that's, you know, the rest is history. We, I guess the stars aligned for us, and here we are. Here we are, June 20th, 2022, launching Vigilant Fury. That's now live on Indiegogo.
It's crazy, man. And
See
I
what's up.
think somehow, some way, in all his infinite mysticism, I think Rob knew it would work out because he didn't send any context when he texted me. He just texted me a link, and I was like, "Oh God, what is this gonna be?" And then and then I clicked on it, and it was your tweet, and I was like, "Oh, all right, cool, thanks."
Oh, nice. See, so there you go. There you go.
Yeah,
I gotta thank him personally too for
yeah, man.
sending you that link, because yeah, I was getting to the point where I was like, maybe this isn't gonna happen because I can't find
Oh,
the
that's
right artist.
crazy. Oh, I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
no, yeah,
Wow.
I really was thinking about maybe I'm just gonna um not deal with it. What? No digital rewards? Yeah, I thought about that, Rick. Maybe, but as of now, no,
Well,
no.
let's get some feedback. I mean, Rick would, I guess, clearly want some.
Okay, yeah, well,
People listening, like, what do you think? Do you want a digital copy?
yeah, actually,
Let me
yeah.
know.
The chat watching right now. Let us know in the chat if you guys would prefer we add a digital perk here for those who I guess can't afford the physical copies. So
Or
let us know.
some people don't like reading the books. I guess
Yeah,
some
yeah.
people like it on the
I'm
computer.
one of those who I'm not a big fan of digital comics, but
Yeah,
whenever I do read them, I read them, you know. But it's not the same holding the physical copy, in my
yeah.
opinion.
I
But
just
that's a
bought a
great question,
couple.
Rick. Don't worry, we'll consider it for sure if enough people demand it, and if they do, then we'll definitely offer it. So there's that you could keep in mind. Just follow us on Twitter, Instagram if you have it, and yeah, okay, yeah, U.S. shipping cost is that is true.
That's true.
That is true. So I understand that. I understand the need why a digital perk would be the best thing.
Yeah, man. I mean, I just bought two books digitally last week because I could not find them in print anywhere. There were
Mm.
French books too, so that might have had something to do with it. I don't even know when they were published. I found the books. I fell in love with the art, and the only thing that the only way I could buy them was Kindle, whatever it was, or
Right. Yeah. Kindle, Amazon
yeah,
Kindle. Right.
yeah,
Yeah, and it's great, but like, yeah, again, it's
I
not the
know,
same as holding it in your hand and
yeah.
looking at
But
it.
hey, if some people prefer, or the shipping costs are crazy for sure. I mean, I think we'd be more than happy to accommodate.
Yeah,
We'll
for
see how
sure,
many
for
people
sure.
want it.
We're not closed off to it, but it's just we just decided that the best course of action for the time being, and considering the fact that the price for the book is a great deal. It's a great
Yeah,
price for 80 pages. We thought that it'd be enough. But if that's the case, just let us know, guys. Don't be shy to share your thoughts about that. So it looks like we have 3 backers. Success.
yeah. Thanks, guys.
We're at 2%, $85, 30 days left. Yeah, guys, help make it happen for Vigilant Fury. Again, if you know someone who's looking for this kind of project, let them know. Please share, retweet, share the video, let people know about Vigilant Fury, and let them know that they're going to get a great book at the end of the day. So I think it's time to wrap it up. What do you think?
Yeah. I think it's a good place to stop. I think this was great. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, this was a lot of fun. And thank you guys who have joined us, who have been watching the stream. We appreciate your time. We appreciate your support. And again, subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, and hit the notification bell, because I will be producing updated videos on the channel, especially during the campaign. And if you yourselves have a channel, and you want to promote the book, or you want us on your show, hey, don't hesitate to hit us up, DM us, send us an email, let us know that you want us to promote this book on your show, and we'll be more than happy to join myself or Anthony. We don't have to be a duo all the time. It could be one or the other. And just let us know. Any support would be appreciated.
Yeah, for sure.
And let's see, Vigilant Fury will be on next week's MMM show. That's right.
Nice.
That's right. Nice. We'll be there.
Awesome.
Yeah, so guys, there it is, Vigilant Fury. You can find me at Lucid Comic on Twitter, right there. If you have not followed me, follow me there. You could follow Gambino Studio. Anthony, you could let them know where they can find you.
Yep, it is at. Let me see if I can do this right there too. At Gambino Studio.
I have practice. I've been having practice.
It's the same thing on Twitter and Instagram. So whatever you use more, I try to post the same thing on each one. So whatever your preference. But yeah, that's my handle on both accounts. And we'll be pretty busy the next month or so, probably more, honestly. Just promoting and getting on shows. And like Julius said, there is a time difference for the two of us, so it might not always work out, but. We'd be more than happy to come on together, or either or. It doesn't matter. If you are gracious enough to have us, we will appreciate it.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
Yeah, even just to BS and hang out and talk comics. That's what we love.
Yeah,
to do. So,
heck yeah.
Doesn't all have to be business,
Exactly. We like to have fun here at Lucid Comic. And again, guys, if you are a host of your own YouTube channel, make sure to DM us, email us, and we'll make it worth your while. Let's just put it that way.
For sure.
Because of the support you're providing for us to have the privilege to promote on your channel. Because we understand that it's your channel, you can do what you want with it, and we respect that. So, but any kind of support would be fantastic. So once again, lastly, just thank you guys for being here with us. Thank you for hanging out and listening to me babble on about this book and how much is awesome and badass and what have you. And thank you for Anthony for being on here. And I'm excited. I'm really excited to get this book to your hands and help us get there. Help us get to 3,000. And if you can help us reach 5,000, then we'll be able to produce a deluxe edition, which will give you the behind the scenes goodies and a lot more fun stuff that we can add to the perks. So with that said, guys, promote, back the campaign if you haven't yet, and we'll see you on the next one.
Thanks, everybody.
Peace.